What's up everybody and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're going to cover some super interesting comments made by the Russo brothers. And the Russo brothers actually defending Tony Stark's decision in Age of Ultron to create Ultron. And why they believe there were mistakes on both parts, both between Tony Stark and Captain America in Age of Ultron. But ultimately explaining why they believe Tony Stark was right to want a suit of armor around the world. The Russo brothers explained that the scene that they put in the opening of Avengers Endgame where Tony Stark and Steve Rogers talk within Avengers headquarters is very important to them and their overall arc. That scene where after Tony Stark has been in space for several weeks, he confronts Captain America on his ideals, calling him a liar and telling them that he once told him that if they lost, they would do it together, which in the end they did not, as they ended up losing separately, Tony Stark on Titan and Cap back on Earth. He throws it back at them that they did in fact need a suit of armor around the world and that the Avengers were not going to be enough, and that again Tony Stark was ultimately proven correct. This is sort of Tony Stark's moment to throw all of the times that he was right back in the face of Captain America, as over the course of several movies, Captain America has been the main individual standing between him and Tony Stark's ideas for saving the universe, mainly of course that being Ultron. The Russo brothers here actually do come out and say that Tony Stark's idea for Ultron is a good one, but that the execution was flawed. This is what they had to say. He was not wrong that there was a great threat coming, and they needed to build a suit of armor around the world. And at what point do civil liberties come before the government's ability to protect its citizens? I think what's interesting is that to some extent they had to go through this in Age of Ultron. There was a sense of destiny to this. They had to go through it to win, and in a way both he and Cap were ultimately right. As I've said before, Tony Stark is truly the arch nemesis of Thanos, ever since he went through that wormhole in the Avengers. But after that, the vision that he experienced in Age of Ultron, he saw all of the Avengers fail. And even according to the directors, Tony Stark was right to try to build a suit of armor around the world. As we all saw in Age of Ultron though, there were several errors in the creation of Ultron that caused him to turn insane, and caused him to want to actually destroy the Earth and start over, similar to how Thanos wanted to. The Russos realize here that Tony Stark was wrong to be as drastic as he was. However, he was not wrong in the concept of building a suit of armor around the Earth, as Tony Stark's greatest fear is that the Avengers would one day fail or not be enough, which of course they ultimately were, and perhaps if Ultron had been successful, they could have actually defeated Thanos. The Russos explained that Tony Stark's outburst in the beginning of Avengers Endgame is him kind of shoving it in the face of all of the Avengers that did not listen to his cries in Age of Ultron and before, when Tony Stark tried to warn them all that there was something far greater out there coming, and most of them just seemed to outright ignore him. This is Tony Stark's anger boiling over, and in this moment he's explaining to Cap that not only was he right about a great many things, but also the idea and concept behind Ultron, but again just had the flawed execution. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this, and the fact that the Russo brothers actually backed up Tony Stark in creating Ultron and a suit of armor around the Earth, as of course Tony Stark was really the only Avenger that foresaw the threat of Thanos coming and tried to do something about it. As we all know, it ultimately did not work out, but again the Russo brothers are just defending him in concept only. But I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts and see the debates in the comments down below. Again, don't forget to enter the Infinity War Hot Toys figure giveaway. To enter, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me in the comments below which Infinity Stone you believe is the most powerful. Thank you guys as always so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button to assemble and join our team, and have a great day.